Today, we are talking about how to style a big bust. I am going to be sharing all of these valuable tips and tricks that I have learned so that you can feel confident in your style and feel comfortable, including the do's and don'ts of tops, what works and what doesn't. I have a fairly big bust myself, so I can empathize with everybody out there that struggles when dressing your bust because clothes don't fit, bras don't fit, and you just generally feel uncomfortable showing off your cleavage, and then you try to hide them under baggy tops. Sometimes you may want to show them off, and other times you may want to minimize them. And what you'll find is that styling them is completely different for the two different looks that you're trying to achieve. The first rule to styling a bigger bust starts with underwear. They are the foundation, arguably the most important part when styling an outfit, especially if you have a bigger bust. If you don't have a good bra that fits, you'll get spilling, gapping, puckering, which not only changes the look of an outfit, but it's also how you perceive yourself. Anybody, and I mean anybody, can find a good bra, and finding their bra size at home is so easy, and I've left a link below to my guide. A good bra, most importantly, should be comfortable, supportive, and look flattering on you. Avoid buying tops with built-in cups because these tops tend to cater for smaller cup sizes, unless they're designed by a person that specializes in larger cup sizes. And there are a few companies out there. You'll never fit into these tops because what ends up happening is you either spill out the top or you slide underneath. Balance when you are styling an outfit is essential. This is especially true when you're styling a bigger bust. The one thing that you can do to help create balance is to show some skin. Don't be scared. It doesn't have to be a lot of skin, but showing some will help. This really helps create the balance. Think of when you're wearing a fitted long sleeve turtleneck. This look will create a uni boob and it'll accentuate your bust. But this is great if you're trying to show your bust off, but if you're trying to minimize the look of your boobs, you want to create balance. The balance would be to have shorter sleeves, a V neckline. If you're wearing a turtleneck, go for a looser fit, which flows better over your silhouette. Lower necklines are key to styling a bigger bust. I'm not talking about plunging down to your waistline, just unbuttoning a couple of buttons shows more skin versus having it buttoned all the way to the top. It becomes overwhelming on your frame. A great neckline that works for a bigger bust is a V-neck, square necks, off the shoulder. It gives a nice amount of skin. Of course, if you want to showcase your bust, go for a slightly lower V. If you're struggling to get your tops to fit over your bust, you can always size up because you get a little more room to work with. And you can then tuck it in. And who doesn't love an outfit with a tuck? It just gives that chic edge to it. And by tucking, you avoid tenting, which can actually make you look bigger. On to silhouettes. Think of this as how a piece drapes over your body. Pieces that work really well for a larger bust typically have a rectangular shape. This is because it offers more balance to your body. Think about a pillowcase, but I don't want you to wear one. Take a look at the tops that you have. Are they rectangular? Do the shoulders match the same width as the torso? It really helps to create that balance that you're looking for. Not only that, it also hangs nicely and drapes perfectly, giving you that ideal silhouette that you're after. If you don't want to accentuate your bust, avoid circular or structure of anything with ruffles. They will just accentuate that bust and they'll really add to your bust line and make it look bigger. If, however, you're trying to accentuate them, go for ruffles. It looks great. Another go-to hack to give structure is to add a slightly oversized blazer, jacket, or cardigan. Putting this on is going to give you a more structured silhouette and balance out your bust. How to downplay your bust. This section is not for everybody, but if it's for you, this is what you can do. Wear a full coverage bra with a less structured t-shirt. With this, nothing is accentuating. You're going to have more of a low-key look. This also works with a button-down blouse. A long-sleeve button-down blouse will give you that chic, dressed-up look. Or you can make it more casual if you roll up the sleeves. And having that balance by showing off a little more skin, make sure to unbutton that top button and make it look a little more balanced. If you want a more sexy look, add a bralette or a cami underneath. This looks amazing. If you're trying to downplay your bust a little bit more, you can always wear black. I know it's boring, but it does offer that slimming effect. And now I come to you with some hacks. Have you ever worn a button-down shirt and you've had that problem where it starts gaping and you fasten the button and that button just starts popping? and straining, well, you know what you can do? You can use a little bit of boob tape. It's double-sided tape, and if you use it where it's gaping, you can just stick it together and it will hold in place. The other tip I have for you is when it comes to buying swimwear, never buy a set, because 9 times out of 10, most people have a different size top to bottom. And if you buy a set, what tends to happen is the top is either too small or the bottoms are either too big. So instead, buy separates. They will be your friend. It is a great way to size and create that look you're after.